Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the past to uncover some ancient ideas that were truly ahead of their time. These concepts not only shaped the world back then but continue to influence us today. Think about it. Humanity, in its relentless curiosity, has always sought to understand the cosmos, to build enduring structures, to harness the very elements. Long before our modern laboratories and supercomputers, brilliant minds were observing, calculating, and innovating, leaving behind legacies etched in stone, metal, and mathematics. These aren't just historical curiosities, they are testaments to the enduring power of human intellect and the surprising sophistication of ancient civilizations. We're about to embark on a journey, a voyage through time, to explore 10 such remarkable achievements. From intricate astronomical calculators that would baffle many today, to construction materials that defy the ages, and even to the conceptualization of nothingness that revolutionized mathematics, these ideas were not just ahead of their time, they were foundational. They whisper to us across the centuries, reminding us that the seeds of our present and indeed our future were sown in the fertile ground of the ancient world. So prepare to have your understanding of the past expanded, and perhaps your view of human potential forever altered. Join us as we unravel the stories behind these marvels, exploring not just what they were but how they came to be, and why they still resonate with such profound significance. We'll consider the minds that conceived them, the societies that nurtured them, and the indelible mark they've left on the trajectory of human progress. It's a celebration of ingenuity, a detective story of rediscovery, and a cosmic perspective on our own place in the long, winding narrative of innovation. Are you ready to be amazed by the brilliance of our ancestors? Let's begin. Imagine, if you will, a Roman-era shipwreck, resting silently on the Aegean seabed for 2 millennia. In the year 1900, sponge divers stumbled upon this treasure trove near the island of Antikythera. Amongst the statues and pottery, a corroded, unassuming lump of bronze was recovered. Initially overlooked, it wasn't until decades later, with the advent of advanced imaging techniques like X-rays and CT scans, that the true nature of this artifact began to emerge. What lay hidden within that calcified mass was something utterly astonishing, something that challenged all preconceived notions of ancient technological capabilities. It was a device of intricate complexity, a mechanical marvel from a bygone era. This device, now famously known as the Antikythera Mechanism, wasn't a simple tool. It was an analog computer of extraordinary sophistication, packed with at least 30 bronze gears, precisely engineered and interconnected. Think of the finest Swiss watches, and then transport that level of craftsmanship back to ancient Greece, around 150 to 100 BCE. The gears were differential, meaning they could perform complex calculations involving addition, subtraction, and even division of angular velocities. When we gaze upon the majestic Parthenon in Rome, its vast dome still standing proud after nearly 2,000 years, or marvel at the resilience of Roman aqueducts and harbors that have weathered centuries of use and natural forces, we are witnessing the enduring power of a truly remarkable ancient invention, Roman concrete. Modern concrete structures often show signs of decay within decades, yet these ancient Roman edifices possess a longevity that continues to astound engineers and scientists. What was their secret? How did they create a material that could so effectively defy the ravages of time? The brilliance of Roman concrete, or opus cementitium, lies in its unique recipe. Unlike modern Portland cement-based concrete, the Romans utilized a mixture of lime, volcanic ash, specifically a type called pozzolana, abundant in regions like Pozzuoli near Mount Vesuvius, and aggregate, which often included chunks of rock or brick. For maritime structures, they even incorporated seawater into the mix. Few objects spark as much debate as the Baghdad battery. Discovered in the 1930s near Baghdad, these artifacts date back to 250 BCE to 640 CE. Each battery consists of a terracotta jar with a copper cylinder. Inside the cylinder is an iron rod, held by an asphalt plug. The design resembles a simple galvanic cell. If filled with an electrolyte like vinegar, a reaction between copper and iron generates voltage. Replicas produce around 0.5 to 1 volt, a tangible, perhaps magical phenomenon in the ancient world. Picture, if you can, a magnificent institution, a beacon of intellectual ferment in the ancient world, the Great Library of Alexandria. Founded in Egypt by the Ptolemaic dynasty in the early 3rd century BCE, this wasn't merely a repository of scrolls. It was a vibrant research center, a university, a museum, and a gathering place for the brightest minds of the Hellenistic world. It was conceived with an audacious goal: to collect all the knowledge of humankind under one roof, to create a universal library that would serve as the intellectual heart of civilization. The sheer scale of the Library of Alexandria, as described in ancient accounts, is staggering. Estimates suggest it housed hundreds of thousands of papyrus scrolls, encompassing works of literature, philosophy, mathematics, astronomy, medicine, history, and geography, from across Greece, Egypt, Persia, India, and beyond. Scholars like Euclid, the father of geometry, Eratosthenes, who calculated the circumference of the Earth with astonishing accuracy, Archimedes, the brilliant inventor and mathematician, and Hypatia, a pioneering female philosopher and astronomer, all walked its halls, contributing to and drawing from its immense intellectual wealth. There are few structures on Earth that evoke such a profound sense of awe and wonder as the pyramids of Giza. Rising majestically from the desert plateau, these colossal monuments, particularly the Great Pyramid of Khufu, have captivated the human imagination for millennia. As the last surviving wonder of the ancient world, they stand as enduring symbols of ancient Egypt's power, ingenuity, and profound connection to the cosmos. But beyond their iconic status, the pyramids represent an unparalleled feat of engineering, a testament to what human beings can achieve with vision, organization, and an unwavering belief system. Water is the lifeblood of civilization. Without a reliable supply of fresh water, cities cannot thrive, agriculture cannot flourish, and public health suffers. Ancient civilizations understood this fundamental truth, and among the most impressive solutions to the challenge of urban water supply were the aqueducts, particularly those engineered by the Romans. These magnificent structures, often stretching for tens, even hundreds of miles, were veritable rivers of stone, testaments to an engineering prowess that transformed the ancient urban landscape and the daily lives of millions. The core principle behind Roman aqueducts was deceptively simple: gravity. Water was sourced from springs or rivers at higher elevations and transported over vast distances to cities, flowing gently downhill through carefully constructed channels. The genius lay in the meticulous surveying required to maintain a precise, shallow gradient, often just a few inches of drop per 100 feet, over varied and challenging terrain. This ensured a steady flow without causing erosion or stagnation. When we think of Archimedes of Syracuse, the legendary Greek mathematician, physicist, and engineer of the 3rd century BCE, images of Eureka, moments, and ingenious war machines often come to mind. But among his many practical inventions, one stands out for its elegant simplicity and enduring utility: the Archimedes screw. This device, designed to solve the age-old problem of raising water from a lower level to a higher one, is a masterpiece of applied physics, a testament to how a clever idea can revolutionize everyday tasks. The Archimedes screw, at its core, is a remarkably straightforward machine. It consists of a large helical screw, or a screw-shaped surface, enclosed within a hollow cylinder. One end of the cylinder is placed in the water source, and the screw is rotated either manually by a crank or by animal power, or even by wind or water mills in later adaptations. The Great Wall of China, a name that conjures images of a colossal structure snaking across rugged mountains and vast deserts, a monumental feat of human endeavor visible even, as legend has it, from space, though that's a bit of an exaggeration for the naked eye. It's not, as is often misconceived, a single continuous wall built at one time. Rather, it's an immense series of fortifications, built, rebuilt, and extended by various Chinese dynasties over a period of more than 2,000 years, from the 7th century BCE to the Ming dynasty in the 17th century CE. Its scale is truly mind-boggling. The primary purpose of this sprawling defensive system was to protect the agricultural heartlands of China from invasions and raids by nomadic peoples from the north, such as the Xiongnu Mongols and Manchus. Perched atop the Acropolis in Athens, the Parthenon stands as an enduring icon of ancient Greece, a symbol of the birth of democracy, Western philosophy, art, and architecture. Even in its ruined state, having weathered nearly 2.5 millennia of wars, explosions, looting, and environmental degradation, its majestic presence and harmonious proportions continue to inspire awe and admiration. Built between 447 and 432 BCE during the Golden Age of Athens under Pericles, it was far more than just a temple. It was a statement of Athenian power, piety, and cultural supremacy. Dedicated to Athena Parthenos, the virgin goddess and patron deity of Athens, the Parthenon's primary function was to house a colossal chryselephantine, gold and ivory, statue of the goddess, sculpted by the master artist Phidias. This magnificent statue, now lost, stood nearly 40 feet tall and was the centerpiece of the temple's cella, or inner chamber. Consider for a moment the concept of nothing. It seems so simple, so self-evident. Yet the invention of zero was one of the most profound intellectual leaps in human history. It underpins modern mathematics, science, and technology. Before zero, mathematics was cumbersome and limited. The journey of zero is a story of discovery and cultural transmission. Babylonians used a placeholder but not as a number. The Mayans developed zero for their calendar system. In India, zero became a legitimate number with defined properties. From India, zero in the decimal system traveled westward. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through ancient ingenuity, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more fascinating insights into history and science. See you next time. From the Antikythera Mechanism to Roman concrete, the Baghdad battery to the concept of zero, ancient ideas were ahead of their time. Innovation is a continuous thread in history. These achievements resonate today. They inspire modern engineering and science. The Library of Alexandria's loss underscores knowledge's preciousness, while pyramids and aqueducts show human ambition. These stories highlight our enduring potential, the same potential that drove our ancestors to reach